minute. Couple things to say. This is the first episode of our new annual March Metal Madness that
last year we called it March Metal Mayhem.
Did we?
Yeah, because we were going to make a ham, remember?
No, because I said that something about we should have done this in May.
Oh, for man. Yeah. March Metal Madness just rolls off the tongue.
It does.
Fucking. So anyway, yeah, Josh came up with the idea last year. And the way we did it last year was
very
week,
random.
Yeah, it was like every week we would talk about some
And
random...
we even did Lulu last year. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. And
I don't think we had anything to say because we didn't even listen to it.
I would look at that more like in defense of Lulu.
Okay.
You know, like, so when we do the Metallica retrospective at the end of this month, we'll really get into an in-depth discussion about Lulu. Because, check this out, people. For March Metal Madness this year, we're just going to talk nothing but heavy metal throughout all of our different shows. We're going to do heavy metal retrospectives on Speaker Brains, heavy metal first listens, and a heavy metal monster review. And so,
It's a book.
at the beginning of not May, but January, I started getting ready for the Metallica retro, so I listened to nothing but Metallica until I fucking finally got this album that we're talking about now. The new fucking Dream Theater. God damn.
You know, last week when you were playing it, I heard a moment from Tommy, but I didn't hear it tonight.
Really?
I at least didn't catch it. I do remember it was that one song. I don't even remember what it was called. It was from Tommy.
So before I talk about the album, let me show you guys the fucking artwork for this motherfucker. Like, they went all out on this thing.
Give me that shit, Josh!
Well, I'll let Josh finish.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
Just a ghost.
the gentleman thing to do. Let him finish. So,
Only here do we make gay jokes.
this is a rock opera, and we'll get into the story in a minute, but, well, I mean, I guess I might as well tell you guys while I'm talking about this. Basically, in the future, music is outlawed.
Dystopian future.
Yes. Cliche for fucking rock operas. I mean, that's like your go-to thing for rock operas. But we'll get into why this shit works in a minute. In their world, music is outlawed, but they have these things called the Nomads. I don't know how well you can see that, but they're these drone machines that make, what'd you say, electronic fart noises?
Electronic fart. Digital fart music.
Yeah, digital fart music.
That's what I said. Digital fart music.
What's really fucking cool is they really went all out. You have a fucking Skyrim style fucking map, or Game of Thrones style map, showing you the northeastern side of the U.S. and all the new territories. Yeah, wiener. Then you got your big city right here with the Nomads flying in the sky that looks really freaking cool. And then you got lyrics and all of that stuff.
Baylor.
Just lyrics. But then what's really cool is this never happens in rock operas. They have the characters already designed for you. I don't know how well you can see that. There's Emperor Nefarious and Ares, who is Gabriel's brother, the main character. And here's Gabriel. Look at him. Oh, yes, right. Well, here is Faith, the princess. And if you'll notice, she has an iPod and like little earbuds going on. I don't know if you can see that. I can't see it too well on there. And we'll get into that shit in a minute too.
Making music.
Then you have the Empress Arabelle, who really does absolutely nothing in this story. Then you've got Darius looking a lot like Jaime Lannister. I don't know if anyone else kind of caught that, but he's the fucking prince, and he's pretty much the main antagonist in this story. Then you've got Evangeline, who I don't even know why they made a fucking design for her character, because she's dead already when the story begins. But then you got what a ugly fucking child. What a ugly fucking child. Xander, who is Ares' brother. Well,
Xander.
yeah.
What a douchebag name.
And ugly fucking child. Well, okay, so the plot follows basically Gabriel can sing really good and loves music, and the people in his little town of Ravenskill, fucking, he's the savior. You gotta have your fucking Jesus in these stories, your musical Jesus.
Tommy.
Seriously, fucking Kilroy, Robert Oren Charles Kilroy, fucking
Jesus of Suburbia.
I mean, really, man. And,
I mean, his name is Jesus.
and well, basically, the Emperor finds out that everybody's praising this kid. He's like, he comes down. He's like, no.
Star Wars?
You guys, seriously. They did say that this album, the story was inspired by modern sci-fi and fantasy like Game of Thrones and Star Wars. And so the Empire comes down there and they listen to the guy sing and they're impressed, but they're like, you know, you guys eat about us because we're the fucking Empire guys. Well, they give the townspeople 3 days to turn him in.
We got 3 days.
It's another thing, Jesus days. 3 days in Jesus days, you know?
Jesus.
Well, his brother, Ares, is part of the Ravenskill militia, basically the rebels, and Xander is his fucking son, and, well, Ares fucking hides Gabriel, and then, you know, as you do. And, well, you find out that Faith has a little music player. And what I sort of really enjoy is when I pointed out that she has a little iPod deal and the earbuds. In any other kind of story like this, it would be like a little music box. It would be like a fucking wind-up music box, maybe a ballerina on it spinning around. But the fact that they went with an MP3 player is really fucking cool to me, because this is hundreds of years in the future. This could be like the last fucking MP3 player left on Earth. And you find out that it belonged to her dad.
That's how you know it's bullshit.
The
iPod
king.
battery last that long?
I know, like, how are they charging it? Did somebody save the charger? Did somebody save the charger? But then you could easily say, well, maybe it was made in the year 22 whatever the fuck, and it has a long-lasting battery. It was made by Energizer. You know, that's the next Energizer
Shit,
battery.
Energizer don't make
They don't
shit
explain
worth
that.
damn.
They don't tell you. So I'm just going to assume it's a third-generation fucking iPod from goddamn 2005 or whatever
These
the
look
fuck.
like old school Resident Evil characters.
They kind of do, man. They look like Resident Evil polygons, dude. And, well,
So this is her iPod?
yeah.
She's got headphones.
Yup. And so basically, he sings his song in
Oh,
front
they
of
have to
everybody.
spell Faith that way too.
Dude, they
God.
spell everybody's name weird in this, and we're gonna get to the names in a minute. Well, they
Gabriel
fall in
was-
love because he sings whatever,
Fabulous.
obvious shit. Well,
Really?
she's
That's how
trying
you
to tell
spell
her
Aries?
dad. She's trying to tell her dad, look, we need peace, blah blah blah, singing, dancing, whatever. And well, basically, some more cliched shit.
Cliches.
Darius kidnaps fucking Ares' son and is like, you know, you can have him back
It's
if
Robin Hood from Shrek.
it does, or no, man. King, what was that kid's name? Was her the fucking evil bitch's son, man? The Prince
Charming.
Charming, man. He looks like Prince Charming on Shrek. Well,
Now that just looks fake as fuck.
yeah, the kid looks the worst. He's got the
That's
worst design.
That looks like an action figure.
Yeah, it fucking
Like
looks
the
awful.
back of a toy action figure. You know, the one that wouldn't be represented on the toy. Like there'd be some different paint on the one on
Yeah.
the back of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, he
Seriously.
kidnaps Xander and's like, you know, give me your brother and you can have your son. Well, so Ares decides, okay, yeah, I'll turn him in. So they all meet at an amphitheater. Ares changes his mind, fights fucking Darius, and obviously the brother's gonna die. The brother dies, the little boy sees it, and when he's running to his dead dad, they see a shadow or a silhouette appear, and Ares thinks that it's Gabriel, so he kills it just to find out that it's his fucking sister, Faith. Another little cliche. Oh no, I killed my sister, the princess.
Actually, let's be honest though. As much as you're talking like it's crap, this is fucking awesome.
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. I just gotta tell you guys the story. And so,
He figured the story out, people.
yeah.
Of course, he has the lyrics, so he can read it. So
So Gabriel shows up, bitches and whines, and sings a song. He lets out a scream that ruins his voice and lets the whole town hear. The whole kingdom, or whatever the fuck it is. The whole
And
empire.
it sounds like a diarrhea orgasm.
The king and queen show up and they beg him, please, save her with your voice. Save her with your voice. What, are you going to talk to the dead body? Are you going to say, wake up?
Like Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2. Gwen, wake up! Wake up!
Ignore that giant crack in your skull. You're okay. So
You're not dead, I didn't do it.
he's like, I can't do it. I can't sing anymore because my voice is fucked up because I fucking let out my scream. Well, now the whole fucking kingdom shows up and starts singing. He gets hope. He can sing again and magically brings dead girl back to life. And so they forgive Darius, who is deaf now. They forgive him, as you do. And they raise dead brother's son together, Faith and Gabriel, and they all live happily ever after. But what's really cool is, with music, the Nomax, he shuts down the Nomax, but in between... So, yeah, that's the fucking story. That's the fucking story.
and I'm sticking to it.
Now, what did y'all fucking think?
It sucked would be something we would never say. I wouldn't say. I love it. It's awesome.
Beavers build dams.
That they do.
Are they goddams?
Is this a goddamn... No, I actually liked it. I wish I had to
It is long,
digest
though.
it
It's
more and
very
listen
long.
to it more.
You gotta have to
than
be able to sit down
just,
for a while.
listening to it tonight, because there's...
At least it's fresh on your brain.
Yeah, it's fresh on my brain. It's really good. There was one moment where it was starting to sound like a lot of... like I can picture a movie to it. The music is very thematic. And then that one where the typical bad guy song comes up, that was great.
3 days with the jazz
Yeah,
moments,
that
man.
was great.
That was awesome.
Like,
It's like Repo's genetic opera.
It does
I
have
really
that sort
like
of vibe.
hearing the villain song. Like Proto Men have a villain song. I don't want to play Broforce right now.
Sorry, Chris.
That's Big
Shout
C.
out to Big C.
Oh, Big C, I'm sorry. We're filming at the moment. We'll play Terminator in a minute. Yeah, I really enjoy the villain songs when they get their moment, because you feel if it's done, granted, if it's done right, you get the insanity of that character more, because they play it out better. It seems like they play it out better in a song because that's the artist's vision of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you would read it in a book or see it. It's different if you get someone to act it in a movie. You're not. That's their interpretation of it. But if this is coming from the artist, the person that wrote it, it kind of conveys like a book. So I like how they.
Yeah.
I like villain songs like that. I do kind of like them in Disney movies.
And that's the thing I really, as soon as the album began, when I first heard it, I bought it last week. This is a rock opera, a progressive metal rock opera, by way of Disney.
You know, I kind of got a lot of Jerry Bruckheimer kind of feel to it.
I don't know. See, like
If
the
they're
love
gonna do a
songs.
movie, he should probably do it.
The love songs,
If they're gonna
sound
make
like
it
Sweet
Disney.
Todd.
Like, if they want to make it epic and explosion-y, but have a good dynamic
No,
with their characters, Jerry Bruckheimer would be a way to go for that cheesy summer blockbuster. But those movies wouldn't do shit nowadays because everyone's looking for their next Star Wars or superhero movie.
Well, that's what this could be, is like a musical Star Wars or a musical cyberpunk sort of movie. And
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: musical movies don't do shit. As good as they are,
they don't ever.
You must not have seen some good ones. Yeah, have you seen Genetic?
Well, I mean, that-
I'm
Tommy
saying
was
like
fucking
they're
awesome.
not gonna. They're not.
The thing is
They're not
in
gonna
today's
make.
world.
They're not gonna in today's world or yesterday's world. They're not gonna make the money that Star Wars. They're not gonna be blockbusters.
I don't
Yeah.
know. You look at movies like Devil's Carnival, Hallelujah.
But those aren't blockbusters, though. Like,
What- yeah.
they're making they're making bank though.
Cult
Because-
classics, yeah, but they're not.
I think there's
Like-
plenty enough people that would want to see
That's
these
the
things.
thing. That's the thing. There are plenty enough people, but Hollywood doesn't want to spend money on that
Yeah.
shit. So you got to get people who are willing to fork out the cash themselves, like the Genetic Opera guys, or what's his name, Daryl Lynn Bosman. Is he the one that made Genetic Opera and Devil's Carnival and stuff?
You know, Sweeney Todd was a musical.
Yeah, but they let Tim Burton make that because it's Tim Burton, you know. And that's the thing. But that was also at the tail end of the musical boom.
What was
where
that?
you
Into
had
the Woods. That
Chicago.
was a musical.
That was horrible.
That was horrible.
That probably put the nail in the coffin for a good
Like,
while as far as big budget
How the
musicals go.
fuck, man?
But-
Like so much. I hated that little bitch.
What was
The
that movie
Baker's
about?
Wife. The Baker's
Just-
Wife was a whore.
What was that movie about?
Everything.
It was the Avengers.
Johnny Depp is a rapist wolf.
Yeah, it was the Avengers of story tales
But-
or fairy tales.
But back to
That's
my
all.
original point is this is like a prog rock opera by way of Disney where all the characters get their moment, all the characters get their song, but it starts off, you get your Gabriel has his I'm nothing but like a little dude, but I want more. It's my I want more song. And then you got your villain song. You've got your every fucking character gets their fucking little song. You got the girl fucking finding shit out about like her dad is this stern fucking empire guy, but then she convinces him. I don't know, man. It had I got a lot of Disney vibes with this album. Like even the music doesn't sound Disney. The concept seriously isn't Disney, but I can see a really good cartoon, I guess, being made out of this.
I just rather see the real movie.
If so, that's the problem, man. It's not going to be done right. Someone's going to fuck it up unless
No,
the
it'll be
band
done
has
right,
something to do.
Because they
with
already
it.
made the game.
Yeah, they're working on a game now for your phone. I don't know how that'll be played, or I don't
It's
even.
gonna be like
I don't
Fallout
see
Shelter.
how this could translate into a game.
I don't either.
It's the same way that Avenged Sevenfold.
But, I mean, I've never seen
You're
it.
playing through the story. You're gonna be playing the story of whatever his name is. The main.
Okay, well, you'll play through the
main
story.
You're gonna have the antagonist. You're gonna be playing as the
But are you gonna have
protagonist.
the music in there?
Yeah.
Will the characters sing? Because that's really the draw of this album is the fact that it's.
No, they're not gonna say it's gonna be you're playing the story of the protagonist.
See, I would seriously rather see a movie. But this album, this album could have fucked things
Poor
up.
baby Katie.
This album could have fucked things up bad.
Who's going to try it that way? Little asshole.
Yeah, the cat wants to run out the fucking window.
I got it. He ain't going nowhere.
Huh? Huh? Oh, he's looking out the window. Gary, now it comes,
Oh,
sir.
that's all he's doing.
So anyway.
I got him.
This album, man, they could have fucked this up easy. Because in today's world, to put out an album, a double disc album at that, a rock opera, full on fucking rock opera, and what, 34 fucking songs?
Well, here's the thing.
At way over 2 hours, that is fucking rare in today's fucking world. You were seeing that fairly, what's the word I'm looking for?
Often.
Often, yeah. Way back in the day, But nowadays, you know,
Yeah, nowadays you're not seeing it, but for Dream Theater to do it, I don't think it's that crazy because
Hell no. Some of their songs
They're-
being
they're-
7, 8, 9,
they are
10
yeah,
minutes long.
that is the truth.
This
This
is a
time,
band
they're not
that is-
10-minute songs this time, but they got like a shitload of those 4 to 5 minute songs.
They're not doing it to sell records. They're doing it to make
Exactly.
music.
They're doing that's what I like about Dream Theater
Like,
is
That's the thing. You,
They're
you
not
can
trying
tell
to
true,
sell
true
records.
musicianship and that, and you can appreciate more. But like, I honestly don't think that it's that crazy for them to come out with that right now because they've
That is
already
true.
been out for what 30 years almost.
I think their first one was like the very late like 89 maybe.
Close to 30 years.
Yeah, close to 30 damn
Close
years.
to 30 years.
And
Like, honestly, to be out that long, it's probably overdue for
Yeah.
something like this.
I mean, they have had a double disc album before with a 40-something minute long song on the other disc.
Jesus.
You know, like they've been doing crazy shit, but their last album was more scaled back as far as craziness goes. And for them to jump into this after
Little
that,
ball
you would
pods.
think they'd stick with that scaled back shit for a while. But I'm glad that they said, you know what, man, fuck this. We're gonna fucking make this ambitious ass fucking album that nobody fucking does anymore. And we mentioned that this
You have small scale concept albums.
yeah,
It's a
all
full
the time. All the time. You
This is
have
a
small
full
scale.
It's a full story concept
Mhm.
album.
And what's I do mention that yeah, the story is cliched as fuck and it's a go-to concept for a lot of rock
He ain't-
operas.
He ain't
Now, what
fucking
does it
hate
mean
our-
on the
our
song
Martin.
where it
He's not
has the
writing.
pod?
Those are Nomac tracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noise machines.
Yeah. I mean, he's not R.R.
Digital
Martin. He's
fart
not trying
music.
to write fucking full-length fucking movies and shit. You know,
Yeah.
They're on
they weren't trying to
Roadrunner.
write their own story. They just took what they had around them.
I'm sorry.
And
They're
well,
on Roadrunner.
Roadrunner's letting them do what they do though. So that's cool. But what I was saying is like, it's a cliched ass story. But they make it work. In fact, they kind of do it better than everyone else. Like, my main complaints is with albums like Kilroy Was Here. It starts off great. Like, okay, we have our players, we have our story, and then we get a couple bullshit little love songs, and then the album ends. There's no resolution to anything. It just stops. We don't know what happened. We don't know what the outcome is. This album is insanely cohesive. You can follow the story easy as fuck. Everything is it's how a rock opera should be. The characters, everything's laid the fuck out for you. Everyone says what they need to say, and what's even greater is there are no fucking filler tracks, even for the story shit. Every song has its purpose, and every song has surprises, and every damn song is fucking good. There's not a bad track on here at all. The ballads, I don't normally like ballads too much. There are a lot of ballads on here, but they hit the right melodies. They used the right motifs for this album. Everything, this album is completely fucking flawless to me. Even though you could complain about the length, you could complain about the ballads, you could complain that it's not as proggy. Like it to me, it's like I said earlier, it's like the natural. Dream Theater has always been like the natural evolution of progressive rock. Whereas, they're not like fucking Between the Buried and Me. They're not like fucking Coheed and Cambria. All the new modern prog guys.
I don't even really consider Coheed and Cambria prog anymore.
Not anymore.
No. Not
Well, I mean, I
anymore.
haven't heard
Not-
that new one.
Not.
But-
I honestly haven't considered them prog since.
They're not like Mars Volta.
Yeah, Apollo 1. Apollo 1.
They're
They
not
really
like,
only had 2 albums that were prog. I'm
like
sorry.
Dream Theater sounds like what Rush would sound like if they came out today, or what Yes would sound like if they came out today. They basically just sound like Yes and Rush with a harder edge. And I fucking enjoy the hell out of that. Because I'm a huge old school prog fan. A lot of the new prog I don't really get into that much. Because I like the more clean vocals. I like the less core shit in there. But this album, man, for something that it's rare that an album this early in the year touches me like this one did.
It touched you. Where did
Show
it
us on the
touch
doll
you?
where it touched you.
Many places. I mean, like, shit, dude.
He's like, dude, this guy's pants are too slippery. I can't lay on it.
It's already, like, seriously, I'm going to tell you people right now, it is going to be in the top 3. The top 3, if not number 1, the top fucking 3 of the badass albums of 2016.
Yeah, it's still kind of early in the year.
But that's the thing, man. This album, to me, right now, it's going to be hard to fucking top this album. It's going to be fucking hard to top this album.
I got you.
Because, like, if Gorillaz does something amazing this year, or Nine Inch Nails, I don't even see them possibly being number 1.
9 Inch Nails are doing something this year?
Supposedly.
There's gonna be a new 9 Inch Nails album.
He didn't announce an album. He said something new from Nine Inch Nails would come. So we don't know if it's an album or a song or a video, but it's probably a fucking album. But yeah, like, yeah, Orgy needs to hurry up, but they might not even make the list. That album's got to kick ass for it to make the list.
Yeah, that'll probably be on one of the disappointing lists.
I don't think it'll be disappointed, because I have no expectations.
True.
Except for the songs that you've let me hear, which are pretty fucking good.
Yeah, they weren't even Orgy though. They were really just Jay Gordon.
Well, I mean, to me, he is Orgy. You know,
Yeah.
he's the fucking main dude.
I liked it. It was very dubsteppy, electronic, EDM.
Like, it's a better evolution of their sound than what was on Static Punk Paranoia. You know,
That was
I
a bad
mean,
follow-up to Candy Ass.
Yeah, and even did, what is that one? Their second album, the one after Candy Ass, the digital with Dreams in Digital. I got that album, I can't remember what it was called. Dreams in Digital. That to me isn't even a good follow up to Candy Ass, but I like it. Like, it's a good album.
Isn't Candy Ass the one with Blue Monday?
Yeah, the one with
Blue
that
Monday,
badass
Stitches.
cover of Blue Monday. Stitches is
Stitches.
fucking cool, man. That's a cool ass album.
It almost sounds like a digital version of The Cure if they were to do a cover of it.
Yeah, that's a good way. They are like a more harder digital version of The Cure. When you take it being so sappy and make it a little more darker, it's...
And like you said with the digital fart noises, I really like the fact that they put that on there.
Well, I'm not saying it's bad. I thought it was
obviously.
funny.
I was just calling it that because that's what I'm calling them now. It's not the Nomads, it's digital fart noises.
No, digital fart music.
Digital
Well,
fart
they
music.
literally made the entire movie. All they gotta do is add the visuals to it.
Exactly.
They have all the in-between scenes.
Or you could do a great fucking play with this. You could do a great fucking Broadway play.
No,
I
you
don't
know
know
what needs
about
to
that.
happen? You know what
An
needs
hour
to
and a half
happen?
movie turns into 4 hours on a play. This
No.
thing's that was 2 hours long.
Just
Imagine how long
animate
that fucking
something
play would
around the
be.
music.
Huh?
Animate some shit around the
A
music.
cartoon would be awesome.
And have the music go along with it. The music from this,
Why
let
don't,
that be
why
it.
don't we just watch Matrix while we listen to that?
But I like the
The
fact that they
Matrix
put
sucked.
those on there because they tell you that there's no music, that the people listen to these noise machines. So to put them on there and to make them weird, it gives you helps to put you into this world by being like, so you're listening to what these people are listening to. These people have been away from real music for like a couple hundred years. So to them, this is like top 40
Sound like
shit.
Pit farting on a synthesizer.
You've got
Pip's
that's
no
like
longer,
your top 40 shit
Pip's
right
no
there.
longer farting on a snare drum. It's now a synthesizer.
Like, I mean,
Farting on a
dude,
snare drum.
He's farting on a launch
and
pad.
you could easily say that I like this album so much is because I drowned myself in Metallica for a month and a half.
Well, you're just a big prog fan. If that's one thing you'll always be. I'm not
It's
as
like
big a
everywhere
prog
he
fan as
goes.
you, but I like it. It's good because I like
like,
movies
damn it,
like
this guy's
Genetic
so-
Opera, Tommy, Devil's Carnival. I love rock operas. Fucking Rocky Horror Picture
Wall.
Show.
Yeah.
The Wall. I love music and movies together. They work so great. When you have a music that has amazing visuals.
And when you came over last week, man, after I told you the album was good, I actually didn't think you liked it all that much at first. Cause,
at first, when I listened to the first one, all I heard was the first few tracks. Like, that's a little soft for me. And then when I heard 3 days, that's when I listened to it the rest. And we listened to it, I was cleaning the house.
Yeah, man, it's one of those albums.
You have to listen to it all the way. If not,
you got to. You got to devote almost 2.5 hours.
Individual tracks just ain't gonna work. 3 days, the ones that are harder, you can listen to individually. Other than that, you can't do it.
And, I'll have it playing. And to me, I don't feel the length of this album when I'm playing it. Like, when we were listening to it just now, playing some Mortal Kombat and Broforce, I wasn't feeling the length at all. Like,
I didn't feel it.
Because it's one of them things. It's one of the best double albums ever fucking made. Because I get a little bored with The Wall if I want to hear it all the way through. I get a little bored with Melancholy and The Infinite Sadness.
I get kind of bored with that one.
There's great shit on there, but like, they're not. This is one of the, or maybe I should say, this is one of the best balanced.
More cohesive.
Yeah, more cohesive, better fucking balanced. Even though there's 20 tracks on this one and 14 on 2, you don't feel the 20 tracks. You don't feel the 14 tracks. Every song rolls into the next. There are callbacks, reprises, just everything.
So if they do it live, would they have a play?
Man, that would be cool. If they do it live, man, they'd have like.
They've already
actors
said
out
that
there.
when they're on concert, they pick they pick and choose songs they play off it. They've already talked about the things they play. That there's already fan favorites that they'll play. They probably will somewhere play the whole thing, but
they've played albums of theirs in their entirety, and this is one that I would love to see in its entirety live, because they've done Images and Words, and what's weird is I have A Change of Seasons, their EP, and I have Images and Words, their second album, the first one with this singer. He sounds better on this album than he does on Images and Words. Like, Images and Words is a great album after the first 2 tracks. The track that everybody loves is the Pull Me Under, and that one, it's okay, but it sounds too fucking Queensryche. And then the song after that has some really good saxophone, but after those first 2 tracks, the rest of the album is fucking mind-blowing for some 90s prog shit, some 91 prog shit, when all people gave a fuck about was goddamn
Nirvana.
But his voice is amazing on this album, man. He uses.
Well, I'm sure it would be better now because he's kind of
older and well-versed and
yeah.
practiced more. But I mean, his voice, man,
and
he
digital
uses
effects.
Every character he sings for, when he's singing for the Faith character, he feminizes his voice just a little bit. When he's singing as Gabriel, he sounds young and vibrant. When he's singing as Darius, there's anger and aggression. His accent changes a little bit, and the inflections change a little bit. You can see the characters they drew singing these fucking songs. And that's really fucking impressive, because not a lot of people can do that. Peter Gabriel's one who is probably the master at that, one of the masters. Like, when you take out one of my favorite rock operas of all time, Beethoven's Last Night, you got different voices for every character on there. That's probably one of the best albums to me that has ever done that. Each character is distinct in their voice, but that's other people singing on the album as well, instead of just one dude. And so this is a really, really impressive fucking album. There's enough prog, there's enough of everything on here. There's not too much. You could easily call this overindulgence, but it works. It's like eating a good ass large pizza by yourself.
Okay.
I mean, really, dude, like, eating a large pizza by myself?
Yeah, but by the end of it, you wish you did.
Depends on the pizza, though. Depends on the pizza. I mean, if it was a $5 Little Caesars pizza, yeah, I'd be like, oh, man.
You kind of hate yourself. But if it was
man.
like
You're gonna
a-
shit yourself.
If it was like a Papa John's
Yeah, if it was like a
pizza,
Papa John's, you'd be like, you know what? I'm proud of myself.
I just ate a whole large pizza
Ugh.
and some hot wings. Half a 2 liter of Mountain Dew.
I mean, fuck, dude. This album, we're already kicking the year off for a bang. Right now, the only things that I know of that's coming out this year that I'm looking forward to is new Animal Collective, new Rob Zombie, possibly 9 Inch Nails, new Gorillaz.
Possibly.
Who?
Iggy
Oh,
Pop.
Iggy Pop and fucking Josh Homme.
It comes
Possible
out this
new
month.
Metallica.
Possible new Metallica. And
If they do anything, I think they would announce something.
No, they've been doing new stuff. There's supposedly been singles and stuff that they play on their own special channel or something. Metallica's been. They've already been talking. They've been in the studio.
yeah, it's a
It's
possibility.
been a while since Death Magnetic.
It's been a long while since Death Magnetic.
Almost 10 years. A good 8.
It's time for new Metallica. Because they've been talking about going back to the thrash metal,
And you know,
or speed metal.
I'm not even gonna say it. I'm saving it for the retrospective. Anything I have to say about Metallica, I'm saving for the retrospective, y'all. The end of March Metal Madness. Last year we ended with Metallica. This year we're gonna end with Metallica.
We did 2 Metallicas last year.
Yeah, we did that Lulu. But that was in defense of that album because it's a fucking cool album
Yeah.
that everybody just hated. And
But I guess I'll bring Through the Never Over. Check out the movie. Blu-ray.
see, yeah, we talked about that one last year at the end of March
It was
Metal Madness.
amazing
That was a
movie.
good ass fucking movie. I enjoyed it. It was one of the best concert movies I've seen.
Yeah, I remember Green Goblin was in it.
Mhm. So
You notice how all the Spider-Man movies end in a funeral?
they do. That's just what they do. So any final thoughts on this new Dream Theater, you two?
Hurry up and buy. Where would you give this, like, out of a...
Yeah, what would you rate it, man? What would you rate it?
One warm kitty in the lap.
Just 1?
That's all it could fit.
I mean, from a scale of 1 to 10.
That's amazing. It's good. That'd be a 10. Definitely 10.
I'd give it about 8 beavers building dams. 8 beavers building a dam.
I give it 10 digital fart machines.
Music.
Noises.
Music.
10 digital
music.
fart musics.
Digital fart notes.
Yeah, 10 digital fart notes. I'm gonna tell you, people, if you like prog, if you like heavy metal, if you like fucking Rush, if you like Yes,
Opera.
if you like rock operas, if you like long albums, if you like story albums, if you like any of that kind of stuff, you're gonna fucking.
If you have a lot of time to sit down.
If you have a lot of time.
Listen.
No, you don't have to sit down. You can do something. Clean your house.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't have to listen
You
to
can
about
paint a
discs.
painting.
You know, you can paint.
You can make a doodad.
You can Facebook.
Yeah. You can text. You can drive.
You can take shit.
You can boat.
You can
2 hour long shit.
You can do anything when
Your
you listen
ass
to
would be
music.
hurting.
It'd be one of those burning buttholes.
Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot.
So, alright, we'll see you guys next for the next March Metal Madness thing.
Bitch slap me Jesus, for I have lost my way. Bitch slap me Jesus, while I kneel down to pray. Won't you bitch slap me Jesus, while most might think it's odd that I'm searching for salvation through the mighty hands of God. Lord's might be now, for I'm a rotten sinner. I never say grace before I have my dinner. I know I fill your holy eyes with all my disgust. Jesus, please forgive me for my heathen thoughts of lust. Bitch slap. Bitch slap me now.